Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We got some pretty great news today that the NDP were pretty much successfully able to, or hopefully successfully able to, push the Liberal government into proposing and passing permanent, with negotiations with the provinces, for 10 days paid sick leave for Canadians. This is huge for the social democratic and democratic socialist movement in Canada, or the leftist movement in general. And we should be very proud, because in the last 2 days or 3 days, or the last so many days, the NDP, don't quote me on this, but I specifically think Jagmeet Singh and Peter Julian were the ones who were actively in negotiations with the Liberals, because they wanted to make to pass a motion to make specifically modifications to the House of Commons meetings. And the NDP stayed strong in their stance. It said, well, we're not going to allow you essentially to pass this motion because we won't support it unless you give Canadians the right to 10 days paid permanent sick leave, and you allow for disability, to give people with disabilities government support like everyone else has. And people with disabilities have been struggling throughout this, because some of them I don't think qualify for the CERB or CERB. But don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure some of them don't. And they are having to just receive $700. At least specifically in Ontario, people who are on disability only receive $700 a month. I don't know what it's like in other provinces, but I believe they weren't able to qualify for the CERB, some of them, while everyone else is receiving $2,000. But once again, don't quote me on this, but I know that people with disabilities have been thrown under the bus the entirety of this crisis, which is unbelievable and absolutely disgusting, most likely because the Liberals don't want to support people who are on disability, because they believe that they're unable to contribute to their donors' capitalist gains and therefore don't want to help them, which is absolutely disgusting. So the Liberals have thrown people with disabilities completely under the bus, but luckily the NDP stood strong in their stance and been pushing the Liberal government for 2 weeks now, and refused to allow them essentially to pass their motion for modifications to House of Commons meetings unless they gave support to people with disabilities and gave Canadians 10 days paid sick leave. Finally, Canadians are getting paid sick leave. So many people who are unable to unionize, who are in the fast food industry, for example, will now be able to have, if they're full-time, paid sick leave, which is a huge thing, especially during a time of crisis like this, where we have a virus that's being spread around, and people can get sick easily and won't be able to take time off work. And so this is huge for Canadians. But I'm going to quickly show you guys a video today of Justin Trudeau speaking on this, and I'll show you guys that right now.
To come out of this crisis, our country needs workers, people like you, more than ever. Our government knows that. And we know that you deserve to be treated fairly on the job. This is something that I spoke with the leader of the NDP, Jagmeet Singh, about yesterday. Nobody should have to choose between taking a day off work due to illness or being able to pay their bills. Just like nobody should have to choose between staying home with COVID-19 symptoms or being able to afford rent or groceries. That's why the government will continue discussions with the provinces without delay on ensuring that as we enter the recovery phase of the pandemic, every worker in Canada who needs it has access to 10 days of paid sick leave a year.
I'll give Justin Trudeau credit where credit is due, and he did bring up Jagmeet Singh and the NDP, and that he was talking to them in regards to 10 days paid sick leave, so I'll give him credit to that. But I also want to make it very clear that about a week ago, in the House of Commons, the NDP tried to implement 10 days paid sick leave into a motion that the Liberals, I believe, were trying to pass. And the Liberals and Conservatives didn't give them unanimous consent. I talked about it here on my channel. And so I don't want people to forget that a week ago, they shot down giving unanimous consent to give Canadians 10 days paid sick leave. So I want people to still remember that the NDP didn't give up, and they pushed and pushed for another week, and we're able to negotiate it now into this new motion being discussed in the House today. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quick one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.